Good day, everyone. So, for today's topic, I will be discussing about multiplying polynomials. All right. So, to multiply polynomials or something like monomial, binomial, or trinomials, okay, so you will use some of the properties of exponents that you have learned in the previous topics we had. So, I've already discussed to you the laws of exponents, okay, and also adding or subtracting polynomials or monomials, binomial, and so on and so forth. Okay? Again, the adding of polynomials po is actually same lang po yung rules po for subtracting polynomials as well. Okay? So, in multiplying polynomials po, okay, so let me just repeat this one to you, the concept, okay, in multiplying polynomials. So when multiplying powers with the same base, okay, so if you have the same base po, keep the base remain po and add the exponents, okay? So that will be the concept, the simple concept for multiplying polynomials, okay? So always remember that when you multiply two terms together, you must multiply the numerical coefficient, okay? And add the exponents, okay po? And if you have like terms there, okay, so when we say like terms, you have the same variable po, okay, and the same exponent. So you can actually combine that like terms and you can actually simplify, okay? For instance, I have here x squared times x raised to 3. So how are we going to simplify this one? How are we going to multiply? So all you have to do, since this is multiplication po, okay? So all you have to do for the exponent is you just need to add, then copy the variable, okay? So copy the variable x and add the two exponents, which is 2 plus 3, which is 5. So the result will be x raised to 5. Simple as that, okay? So that will be the concept of multiplying polynomials or something like monomial to monomial, okay? So to understand more, I have here another example in multiplying monomials po. Say for example, for letter A, let's multiply 6y raised to 3 times 3 times y raised to 5. Again, let us multiply the numerical coefficients, okay, since we're talking about multiplication here. So 6 times 3, okay, so you will be having here 6 times 3, which is 18 in result. And since, again, the rule for multiplying polynomials po, you just need to copy the variable po, okay, so copy the variable y since they are the same po. Okay, as you can see here, y cubed and y raised to 5, right? So you just need to copy y, and then for the exponents po, you just need to add only 3 plus 5. So 3 plus 5, you will be having 8. So for the result for 6y raised to 3 times 3y raised to 5, you will be having 18y raised to 8. Okay, so simple as that. Again, let me just repeat that you have to multiply the numerical coefficients and then add the exponent po, then copy the variable you have. If you have the same, the same variable. Okay? Another example, say for example, we have here letter B. You just need to multiply only, and we have here we have here variables po na dalawa, but it is still a monomial po. So say for example, you have your 3m times n squared times n po times m squared times n. As you can see here, we have the same variable, which is m and n. So the first thing to do is you have to what? You have to multiply po the numerical coefficient. So ano po ba ang numerical coefficient po nito? So we have 3 and 9. So all you have to do is you have to simplify first that one. So 3 times 9, you will be having 27. And for the m, since you have the same there, right? We have your m and m squared. All you have to do is you have to copy m, and then as what I stated to you, right, in the previous topic we have, if there's no number here in the exponent po, that's automatically equal to 1. Therefore, we have your 1 po. So 1 plus 2, since we have the same variable na m po, so 1 plus 2, you will be having 3. So 1 plus 2 is actually equal to 3. And for your n, you have here n squared, which is equal to 2 po sa exponent. At yung n po, you have here automatically 1. So 2 plus 1, you will be having 3. Okay, so for the answer for this multiplying monomials po, the answer will be 27 times m raised to 3 times n raised to 3 po. Okay? So I hope nakuha po yung concept in multiplying monomials po. Ganun lang po kadali yun. And what if you are going to multiply a polynomial po by a monomial po? So all you have to do is you have to use the distributive property. Okay? So ito, i-distribute po natin yung monomial into the given, say for example, polynomial. Say for example, you have binomial, trinomial, and so on and so forth. Okay? For instance, say for example number 2, letter A, let's multiply this monomial to this polynomials po, which is trinomial ito, right? Itong naka-open close parenthesis, that is trinomial. And for 4 po, that is monomial. So all you have to do is you have to distribute. When I say distribute, you have to multiply the monomial into 3x squared, then multiply again 4 into 4x, and then multiply again 4 into negative 8. So the resulting expressions will be like this. So you have to multiply 4 times 3x squared, that is 4 times 3, you have here 12, and then copy x squared only. Okay, so we have here 12x squared. And for this one, for the second term, 4 times 4, you will be having 16, right? And then copy x. And then for the last term, you will be having here 2 constant. Okay, you have your 2 constants. So you will be having negative 4 times, negative 4 times 8, you will be having 32. And since this is negative po, and you have your positive, so negative times positive, you will be having negative po. So 4 times 8, that is 32. So the result po for this multiplying polynomial po by a monomial, you will be having 12x squared plus 16x minus 32. Okay? And then another example, say for example, we have here again an example of multiplying monomial into polynomial po. Wherein yung polynomial po natin dito, we have binomial po. So ano pong gagawin dito? Again, you just need to distribute. Okay? I want you to stick with the concept of the distributive property. So we have here 6p times q. All you have to do is you have to multiply for the first term here. So distribute nyo po dito. And yung 6pq nyo po, i-distribute din po sa another term po. Yung nasa loob ng ating quantity. Okay, so you will be having here 6 times 2. Okay, which is 6 times 2 po, your numerical coefficients po. 6 times 2, that is 12, as you can see here. And for your p, since you have the same p here, so all you have to do is you have to add the exponent. So there's automatically 1 here, so 1 plus 1, you will be having 2. So you have your p squared. And then copy only the q since you don't have the same variable there. So copy only q. And for the second term po, all you have to do is you have to multiply din po. So since dito naman po, ang parehas naman po will be q, so of course you have to add the exponent. So q raised to 1, okay po, times negative q raised to 1. So you have to add 1 plus 1. You will be having 2 po dito. Then copy the po yung p, which is, in result, you will be having negative 6 because 6 times 1 po, this is 6 times negative 1, that is negative 6. Then copy p, then q, yung pinag-plus po natin na square. Okay? So in result, the answer will be 12p squared q minus 6pq squared. So, ganun po tayo mag-multiply ng monomial into polynomials na given po. Okay? Again, the property that is being involved here is distributive po. Distributive property. And what if you are now multiplying binomial into binomial po? So another method for multiplying binomial is what we call the FOIL method. Okay? So FOIL method po is actually stands for, yung F po stands for first terms, okay? So you have to multiply the first terms po ng ating binomials na given po na dalawa, okay? And for the O po, yung O po dito natin sa FOIL po, O is actually stands for outer terms, okay? And for the I po, that is for the inner terms, okay? And for the L, that will be for the last terms. For instance, say for example, I have here given na binomial, which is x plus 3, and I have here another binomial po, which is x plus 2. Okay, so paano po natin siya i-multiply pag given po ay dalawang binomial po. Okay, so we can actually use the FOIL method. Again, for the first step, you have to multiply the first term. Ano po ba ang first terms po natin dito sa dalawang binomial? You have here x and x. So you have to multiply that one. Okay, so x times x, of course, you will be having x squared. And for the second one, i-multiply naman po yung outer. So ano po ba yung outer ng ating binomial? You have x and 2. That will be the outer. Okay? So x times 2, you will be having 2 times x, isn't it? So you just need to combine. And for the third step, you have to multiply the inner terms po. So ano po ba yung inner terms yung nasa loob? That is 3 and x. Isn't it? So 3 times x is equal to 3x. Isn't it? So that is for the inner terms. And for the fourth, okay, you just need to multiply the last terms po. Ang last terms po natin sa binomial will be 3 and 2. So you just need to multiply that two constants. Okay, so you have your 3 times 2. You will be having here 6. And then that's it. You can now actually combine the like terms. You can now add. So you have now here the resulting resulting value po for every steps we have here. So you just need to add only, okay, depending on the sign po. So you will be having x squared. Okay, you will be having x squared here as your f, your 2x as your o outer, your 3x as your I, and your 6 as your last term po. Okay, so this will be the corresponding colors po para hindi kayo malito. And you have here this one to simplify with into simplest form. You have to combine. Okay, you have to combine the like terms po. Okay, for us to have a simplified answer. So since they are the same po, all you have to do is you have to add the numerical coefficients. Okay, so 2 plus 3, you will be having here 5x. Then copy only x squared kasi nga po wala po siyang kaparehas, the variable and exponent. So if you don't have the same variable or exponent, all you have to do is you have to copy. So let's copy x squared. So that's why we have our x squared. And this one, kinumbine po natin yung 2x at 3x kasi po the same po sila. So 2 plus 3, you have 5. And then copy only 6. So for this example po, in multiplying x plus 3 times quantity x plus 2, the answer will be x squared plus 5x plus 6 using FOIL method po. Okay? I hope na nakuha po ang ating concept and process in multiplying binomial using FOIL method po. And for you to understand more, let's have another example. Okay, so again, we are still in multiplying binomials po. So you have here the given s plus 4, okay, and s minus 2. Okay, the first thing to do is you have to multiply this one, okay, full method po first, okay, ano po ba yung first terms po natin? Yung s times s, okay? So magiging form po niyan will be s plus 4 kasi nga ito po, itong first quantity na meron tayo, i-multiply po natin yan sa second quantity. So ang magiging form niya po, yung s po dito, so i-multiply natin siya sa second quantity which is s minus 2 plus yung 4 po, the second second quantity din po. Okay? So first, okay, multiply the first s times s, ito po yung s times s, you will be having s squared. And then for the inner, so your outer muna po tayo. Outer, for the outer s times negative 2, okay, because we are following FOIL method. Okay, so s times negative 2, you will be having here this one, which is in result, you will be having negative 2s. And for the inner po, ang inner po natin will be 4 times s. What is 4 times s? That is 4s. And for the last one, you have to multiply the last terms. Okay po, that will be 4 and negative 2. So 4 times negative 2, the result will be negative 8. Why? Because positive times negative, always remember the rules po, positive times negative, that is negative. Okay? So 4 times 2, you will be having 8 here. Okay? Then combine the like terms po. Okay? So ano po ba yung like terms? Ito pong s, right? Yung magkakamukha po na variables. So all you have to do is you have to copy or bring down s squared here plus. So how do we come up with plus? As you can see here, right, in our previous topic po, yung adding and subtracting polynomials po. Diba, if we have unlike sign po, all you have to do is you have to subtract. Okay, the numerical coefficients po. And then for the sign naman po, kung ano po yung pinakamalaki na number po or the numerical coefficient, that will be now the sign of your resulting polynomial, okay, or answer. So negative 2 and you have here plus 4s, negative 2s plus 4s, they are unlike sign, therefore we have to subtract. So we have here 4 times 4 minus 2, you will be having here 2. And what is the sign of the bigger number? Is it 2 or 4? Ano po ba ang bigger number? Yes, it is 4. And what is the sign of the bigger number, which is 4? That is positive. That's why we have here positive. And then copy only negative 8. And the result po will be s squared plus 2s minus 8 for this example, letter A. Okay, nakuha po. I hope you really understand that concept po. Okay. And another example in multiplying binomials pa rin po. Okay. So say for example, I have your x plus 9. Okay po. As you can see here, times s minus 3. So this is something, so don't be confused on this. Ito pong s na po ito. Ito po ay x po ito. Okay, so for the given po, ang given po natin will be x plus 9. Okay, quantity x plus 9 times quantity x minus 3. Okay, so don't be confused. This is x po. Okay, for the meantime muna. Okay, so this is x. So again, let us, let us follow the steps po in using FOIL method po. So all you have to do is you have to multiply the first. So x times x, ito po ay x. Always remember, ito pong s is x po yan. So x times x, you will be having here x squared. And x times negative 3, okay, for the outer. So x times negative 3, that is negative 3x. Okay. And for the inner po, ang inner po natin is positive 9 and positive x po. This is x. So, 9 times x, that is 9x. And for the last term po, to constant po natin will be 9 times negative 3. And what is 9 times negative 3? That is positive times negative. You will be having negative. And what is 9 times 3? You have 27. Then, combine nyo po yung like terms as what we did in the previous slide po. So, negative 3x plus 9x. So, they are on like sign because we have negative at positive po dito sa sign po ng 3 at 9 natin. So, ano pong gagawin pag unlike sign po? Pag hindi po magkapares ang sign? Of course, you have to subtract. So, 9 minus 3, you have 6. And again, for the sign, dapat po kukunin nyo po or ikakopy nyo po yung sign po ng bigger number na meron ka, which is 9. So, you have your positive. And for the answer, as the result po, the answer will be x squared plus 6x minus 27. Okay? So that's how are we going to multiply monomials, okay? Monomials into polynomials as well, and also binomial to binomial using the FOIL method. I hope you've learned something new, especially in multiplying polynomials, binomials, monomials, okay, trinomials, and so on and so forth. Okay? So thank you for listening, everyone.